Hello everyone, it's me, Jessica, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a build that was inspired by a bunch of polls that I held on the Simstagram. I asked a series of questions and I came up with we will have a tiny house that is on a budget with a solid color as the challenge, or part of the challenge should I say, in Willow Creek with no pack restrictions kind of specifically. So I randomized the budget, the color, and the restrictions. The pack restrictions are the Island Living Pack, Movie Hangout, Cool Kitchens, I'm sorry, I'm like stumbling over my words, Cool Kitchens, Laundry Day, Spa Day, and the Paranormal Stuff Pack. And I will not lie to you guys, I changed out that Paranormal Pack to replace Journey to Batu because I figured that would benefit everybody, including myself. Journey to Batu is not really good for building like just a normal red inspired house, which you will notice pretty quickly that red is the color we got for our randomized color. And then the budget, I randomized as well between 15,000 and 40,000 simoleons, and we got 17,374 simoleons to work with. So we ended up with absolutely no landscaping outside. We do have some pretty window boxes underneath the windows, but pretty quickly I actually tried to use some of the dine out brick on the outside exterior walls, and then I remembered that that was not part of the packs that I was like allowing myself to use. So I ended up using, I think, like base game for the entire exterior. I could be wrong on that, but if I'm not mistaken, it was basically just base game brick and like masonry stone. I wanted the entire outside to just kind of be stone because I figured it was kind of an easy go-to to do like brick and paneling to kind of break it up. So instead of paneling, I used more stone. You know, mind-blowing, right? But I definitely do wish that I had just a little bit more money to work with for the outside to have some landscaping, because on the inside I did give them like essentially the cheapest TV that you could have. I think that there is a bookshelf, there is a small bathroom, and the living quarters is just all one big room, but there is like a spot to sit down to actually just enjoy your meal in front of the TV if you'd like. But in the tour at the end of this, you guys will actually, if you hang out that long, I do end up changing the kitchen island to a dining room table because it just financially it made more sense to do that. So I think I finally kind of realized that. But I kind of like was forced outside of my limits here because anytime I've ever thought about doing a solid color challenge, I've always dreaded the idea of doing a red build challenge. And here we are doing a tiny home that is red. So at some point I will bring you guys a tiny home that is like eco-inspired and something that is more out of my dreams, because when I thought about building a tiny home for you guys, this is not what I had in mind. But you know what? The randomizing and everything, it just spoke for me. So I feel like the Paranormal Pack definitely came in and saved the day though, honestly. Because it's a good pack. There's the good furniture, the floors like absolutely like made, I think this whole build kind of worked together, and it kind of like made it feel more traditional and cozy. So I don't know, I don't hate it, but it definitely is weird. There's no getting around that. It is absolutely weird. I also spent quite a bit of the money that I allotted in the budget just in the kitchen, because I use the Cool Kitchen cabinets, which are not the cheapest, and then I also use the Cool Kitchen appliances because we spun that we could use the Cool Kitchen stuff pack, and there's like red stuff in that stuff pack, so it fit the challenge all around. So we went ahead, we bit the financial bullet, and we just did it that way. I did actually end up going with a pink shower. You know, it's fine. It's a shade of red. Not really. It's pink. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But honestly, I had a lot of fun with this. It was such a weird build. I felt like the whole time I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it, you know? Does it matter if it's like the kitchen is kind of modern and the rest of the house is very traditional? Is that weird? Yes. Is it okay? also yes. And I just had to talk myself through that process of like, you know, I don't know if you want this to be like your starter home for your Not So Berry Gen 2. Here you go. Everything is red, and it's tiny. It costs like 17,000 simoleons. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little speed build. I know it has been a very, very short one, but I hang out with you guys for like another 10 minutes while we do the tour and we just change up the island counters, like I said. So I hope you guys are taking care out there and excited to meet me on over in the tour. I'll meet you guys there. All right, guys, here we are in this little house that I have built up, and I don't even know what I was really going for here. I think I kind of went for just kind of a cutesy traditional vibe, um, because I did a bunch of polls, and I'm sure I already explained this to you, but this is what I came up with. So I spent all of my budget because we did work on a budget. All the budget is gone in the end, and I don't really have money for anything else on the outside, but we do have some cute little planter boxes, so there's that, I guess. I don't know. There's not even a light on the front porch. I'm very disappointed in that fact, but I just kind of ran out of money, and I was happy with what I had on the inside. I have thought about making some changes, so if it's different when I upload it to the gallery or to Simstagram, then you'll know that I kind of did what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is like the island counter could be replaced possibly by a table. Honestly, I guess we could like do that right here and now together, because why the heck not? Um, so essentially what I was thinking is like, it's just really, it's not that it's tight, but the budget was really tight. And I spent all of the money. So I know that we went back into live mode already, and so I've like depreciated the values on these things. We're only gonna get 24 bucks. Let's actually keep these really quick and just see if I even make the right choice when it comes to this. Will this go up here? Of course it won't. And that'll disrupt the cooking, won't it? Okay. I might have to turn move objects on for you guys. Okay, so under like I don't know, maybe like a bar height table is kind of what I was thinking. But we're very broke. We are typically very broke, especially whenever we're legit working on a budget. No, that wouldn't save us any money. I mean, we would have to do something like this, which is not, we can't even do that. It would have to be this one, and it needs to be red. I forgot about, you know, the whole packs. We were on a pack restriction here. I guess we could use the spooky one. I was just trying to see if I could afford to get a trash can in here without skimping on anything else. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to accomplish what I actually want to. I think we need to sell these. Unfortunately, I was hoping to use a bar height table. But no. Oh, 30 bucks? No, that's city living. Can't do that. 45. 60. Let's see. Can we do these? I want to actually change those around, but I'm just curious, can I get a trash can now with $70? Because originally I had $6 left. Baby's first wastebasket. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'm gonna use a white trash can. Call me crazy. I'm going outside of the challenge on the trash can. I am. We're not doing it. And then I think we could like squeeze that right there. Yeah, I think that probably makes more sense. So I don't know. I guess we could go ahead and just sell that guy. Oh crap, that was $200. Okay, well, can we get a smoke alarm? Yes, I think that is probably more beneficial for like our whole situation. Um, so this is now turned into like a let's finish building this thing, and I'm very sorry about that. Let's hit the clutter really quick. I'm sure the speed build was like extremely short. So, you know, we can use the cool kitchen stuff. We could put some red tissues up here. Very, that makes sense, I feel. We have 115 simoleons left. Okay. Well, I don't, actually, that won't snap up there. So let's just put a couple of these. I'm gonna branch out and do, ooh, actually just do the orange. Yes, okay. So then there's like kind of stuff there, you know, I feel like that kind of makes sense. Is there a houseplant for 15 at all that we can afford? Can we afford anything? Probably not. No. Okay. Oh my gosh, we genuinely only need 5 simoleons to afford something. All right, well, I'm done with it. So anyways, going back into live mode so that, you know, we can kind of just see it from eye level, because I like to look at it from that view. I know that the house is really tiny and you basically just saw everything. But I mean, Natalie Tinsley is here. She's here doing her thing, trying to make sure that we can see the house. This is my sim that hangs out and does my speed builds with me. I think she's very pretty. I've never played with her, but she hangs out with us whenever we do speed builds. So the packs that I got, I'm sure I already mentioned, but were like Paranormal was one of the only good ones, Cool Kitchens, movie hangout stuff. I put the picture of Bob up there because I just feel like maybe this is Bob's bachelor pad that he buys whenever he's like done with Eliza. I don't know. It's a little girly, but I just also like didn't know what kind of colors I wanted to use as far as like the actual red tone, because the color that I spun on the color generator was kind of a corally color. So anyways, this is just what I came up with, and I hope you guys like it. I think that it is kind of cute in a very like weird dingy kind of way. I kind of vibe in it. It's very strange. Like there's no cohesive design to it because I was just going with the color red. So it's very, very strange across the whole design of it. You know what I mean? I know you guys see it. It's like there's what you know, this side table, it's like, this is so modern. Why did I use that? It was red and it has clutter on it. But in here, I used a pink shower instead of like going for the red thing. I figured why not just kind of mix it up, you know, do what I want. And then over here, I used the movie hangout mirror because of course, also it's, I don't know, I kind of hated the red options and I just put a toilet in. The only red one is a toddler potty. So technically when you come out here, there's like one little step down into nothingness. I had no money to do anything for the house. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like it. I had a lot of fun like doing the polls and just kind of deciding that it was going to be on a budget. Someone messaged like in the suggestions to do like the random pack generator thing. So I picked 6 packs and I told it to include at least one of each like expansion game pack and stuff pack, and I feel like I got a really weird hodgepodge of packs, and that's what we got here is this random build. So yeah, if you guys want it for some reason, it is on the gallery. It could be like a not so berry Gen 2 starter home. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the speed build, and I will catch y'all later. Bye!